You're watching the Weiss channel. Today, we're going to use the law of cosines, but this time to find an angle. Remember when we find an angle, we would do inverse sine or inverse cosine or inverse tan? Well, we're going to use inverse cosine because we're using the law of cosines. With three, you're given three sides, okay? So we're gonna use our Desmos.com calculator. Use the scientific calculator, not the graphing calculator. Use the scientific calculator on Desmos.com, and you're gonna use this formula, okay? Now, if you're looking for angle A, all right, notice it's going to be minus the length of side A squared, okay? And it'll be the other sides squared added together, okay? For example, in triangle FGH, F is 65, G is 48, H is 70. Find angle G. If I'm looking for angle G, all right, then see this little g, which is 48, it's going to be minus 48 squared in my formula, okay? So I'm going to take the 65, and I'm going to take the 70, and I'm going to square them added together, and I'm going to do 2 times 65 times 70. And I'm going to do inverse cosine. Now I want to show you something on your Desmos calculator. All right, here's what it looks like to begin with. Right, you see this, how you're under the main function there, the main area. Okay. What I need you to do, see, now you can see sine, cosine, and tan, but you don't have inverse sine, inverse cosine, or inverse tan. So I need you to click on function. When you click on function, okay, see, inverse sine, inverse cosine, and inverse tan show up. So you're going to click on inverse cosine first. After you click on inverse cosine, you have to go back to main and then click on the A over B key to get the fraction, okay? Once you're there, then it's downhill easy from there, all right? So you click on inverse cosine, back to main, A over B key. And then you can put all these numbers in, okay? So just type these numbers in, and you should get 41.44768385. So if it says to the nearest degree, that's the nearest whole number. Is it closer to 41 or 42? The answer is 41. Okay. And the next one. Okay. Triangle ABC. A is 260, B is 480, C is 430. Find angle C. If I want angle C, that means little c, this 430, it's going to be minus 430 squared in my formula, right? Okay, so I do inverse cosine, and I do 260 squared plus 480 squared minus 430 squared, all over 2 times 260 times 480. And type it just like that into your Desmos.com calculator. Use these parentheses here. It's easier that way. Okay. You get 63.0556 and whatever after that. This one says to the nearest tenth of a degree. So is that closer to 63.0 or 63.1? It's 63.1, right? Because this 5 over here, 5 and above, give it a shove, right? Okay. Over here, Triangle WXY. W is 4.8, X is 7.2, Y is 9.3. If I want to find angle W, that means this W, which is 4.8, it's going to be minus 4.8 squared in the formula, right? So I type the numbers into my Desmos calculator, okay? 7.2 squared plus 9.3 squared minus 4.8 squared over 2 times 7.2 times 9.3. And don't forget it's inverse cosine, right? And you'll get 30.584. To the nearest degree, is it closer to 30 or 31? It's closer to 31. You've been watching the Weiss channel. By the way, please either take a picture of this formula or write this down. Press pause right now and write this down, because this formula is not given to you even if you Google it. But this is the way to do it, okay? Just like this.